Hello everyone, my name is Ade Sumya Hadi. I am from Department of Agrotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Muhammadiyah, Jakarta. But I am currently doing my PhD program in Department of Feed Crops, Selçuk University, Turkey. I am going to present our paper about the potential agro-industrial commodities for the development of Indonesia-Turkey economic partnership. As introduction, the development of the world economy since the end of the 20th century has opened up the opportunities for the trade relations between countries. This has resulted in a faster flow of goods and services between countries. Some economists argue that the trade between countries should be left free in order to minimize the imposition of tariffs and other barriers. Indonesia has agreed on free trade agreements at the regional level with ASEAN countries. Meanwhile, the trade agreements with other countries outside ASEAN are carried out through bilateral relation agreements. One of the countries that have great potential in developing bilateral trade is Turkey. Historically, bilateral relations between Indonesia and Turkey had been firm since the early 16th century as the Ottoman Empire and the Aceh Sultanate. Then after established as republic and independent countries, the relation between two countries were rebuilt officially in 1950. Indonesia opened its embassy in Ankara in 1958. The two countries signed the first trading agreement on September 14, 1958. Indonesia is considered as a big market due to its population and with a politically and economically strong influence in Southeast Asia, while Turkey to be considered as a gateway of trade and investment because of its proximity to major markets such as Europe, the Middle East, and the Caucasus. Indonesia and Turkey are members of G20, OIC, and the 8 that implies the opportunities to influence the development of world economy. The agricultural sector is one of the most important economic sectors in the two countries, that contributing significantly to national income and employment. Agricultural sector also has a high proportion in international trade of the two countries. The objective of this paper is trying to give some brief information about some agro-industrial commodities that have a high potential to increase international trade between Indonesia and Turkey. If we talk about the current situation of international trade between Indonesia and Turkey, the latest economic agreement between the two countries is the Indonesia-Turkey Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or ICSAE-7. ICSAE-7 targets an increase in the value of bilateral trade between Indonesia and Turkey worth $10 billion until 2023. This agreement is also expected to reduce obstacles in the implementation of bilateral trade between the two countries, such as export-import price, tariff, and non-tariff barriers for products of the two countries. We can see the current situation of international trade between Indonesia and Turkey in this figure. From 2016 to 2018, the trade value between Indonesia and Turkey increased for both countries. Indonesia's export to Turkey increased by 15.95%, while Turkey's export to Indonesia increased by 96.53% in 2 years. However, in 2019, the trade value declined for the two countries. Indonesia's export to Turkey slightly declined by 3.43%, while Turkey's export to Indonesia declined by 44.07%. The export value of some of Turkish major commodities to Indonesia is presented in Table 1. In this table, we can see that in 2019, the largest export value was from machinery, mechanical appliance, nuclear reactors, boilers and parts thereof by $42.52 million, which contributed 15.35% to the total export value, followed by inorganic chemicals, organic or inorganic compounds of precious metal, etc., and by tobacco and manufactured tobacco substitutes by $37.85 million and $33.05 million, which contributed 13.67 and 11.94% to the total export value, respectively. And Table 2 presents the export value of some of Indonesia's major commodities to Turkey. In this table, we can see that in 2019, the largest export value was from man-made staple fibers by $374.83 million, which contributed 12.19% to the total export value, followed by rubber and rubber articles thereof, and man-made filament, strip, and the like of man-made textile materials by $126.22 million and $104.85 million, which contributed 10.34 and 8.60% to the total of export value, respectively. We are stepping up to the potential agro-industrial commodity of two countries. According to the data from ITC Trade Map in 2019, the agro-industrial commodity of Indonesia's export that had the highest value was rubber and articles thereof. The second one was paper and paperboard and articles thereof. The third one was animal or vegetable fats and oils. The fourth one was residues and waste from food industries as prepared animal fodder. And the fifth one was cocoa and cocoa preparation. While the agro-industrial commodity of Indonesia's import that had the highest value was cereals, the second one was residues and waste from food industries as prepared animal fodder. The third one was rubber and articles thereof. The fourth one was cotton, and the fifth one was sugar and sugar confectionery. The data also shows that the highest agro-industrial commodity of Turkish export was edible fruit and nuts. The second one was rubber and articles thereof. The third one was preparation of cereals, flours, starch or milk. The fourth one was preparation of vegetables, fruit, nuts, or other parts of plants. And the fifth one was cotton. While the first agro-industrial commodity of Turkey's import was cereal, second one was cotton, the third one was rubber and articles thereof, the fourth one was pepper and paperboard and articles thereof, and the fifth one was oil seeds and oleaginous fruits. In the term of bilateral trade between Indonesia and Turkey, according to Table 1, the highest agro-industrial commodity of Turkey's export to Indonesia was tobacco and manufactured tobacco substitute, which contributed 11.94% to the total export value, followed by cotton and products of the milling industry, malt, starches, inulin, and wheat gluten by contribution of 4.72 and 4.45% respectively. While in the Table 2, we can see that the highest agro-industrial commodity of Turkey's export to Indonesia was rubber and articles thereof. which contributed 10.34% to the total export value, followed by paper and paperboard and articles thereof, and by animal or vegetable fats and oil, with contribution of 6.27 and 3.83% to the total export value, respectively. Indonesia and Turkey have different climates. Indonesia has tropical climates, while Turkey has subtropical climates. This climate difference causes the production of agricultural commodities in the two countries to be very different. This is very beneficial for the trade process of the two countries as an effort to meet the needs of agricultural and agro-industrial products that cannot be produced in their respective countries. The production of several agricultural commodities from the two countries ranks at the highest level of production in the world. For example, Turkey is number one of producer in the world for the production of hazelnut, apricots, cherries, and figs. The second highest for melon production, the third highest for the production of chickpeas, fresh chilies and peppers, mandarins, and pistachios, and watermelon. And the fourth highest for the production of lentils, tomatoes, olives, apples, and walnuts, and so on. Table 3 shows the Turkish production of some agro-industrial commodities in ton. In this table, we can see that the production of some agro-industrial commodities of Turkey are very high. Table 4 shows Turkey's export volume of some agro-industrial commodities from 2014 to 2018. In this table, we can see that some of agro-industrial commodities had really high export value. For example, wheat, olive oil, hazelnut, orange, grape, apple, and so on. The high production of agricultural commodities mentioned before shows the enormous potential of Turkey to export these commodities with higher volume and value. And table 5 shows Indonesia's import volume of some agro-industrial commodities from 2014 to 2018. In the table, it can be seen that Indonesia's import demands for these commodities are quite high, and in the future, it could be higher in line with the increasing population every year. The high level of production and the high demand of Indonesian imports of these commodities provide a huge opportunity for Turkey to be able to increase the volume and value of export to Indonesia to meet these import demands. While Indonesia ranks first for the production of palm oil, coconuts, kapok fiber, cloves, and cinnamons, the second highest for the production of natural rubber, vanilla, and nutmeg, the third highest for the production of coffee, pepper, cocoa, rice, and banana, and so on. This table shows Indonesia's production of some agro-industrial commodities in tons from 2015 to 2018. In this table, we can see that the production of some agro-industrial commodities are really high. For example, for palm oil, coconut, natural rubber, mango, pineapple, banana, and so on. The same condition also applies to Indonesia's exports and Turkey's imports for tropical agricultural commodities. Table 7 presents the volume of some agro-industrial commodities from 2014 to 2018. While Table 8 presents the volume of Turkey's imports for the major agro-industrial commodities. In this table, we can see that Turkey's import volume of some agro-industrial commodities such as palm oil, coconut, cocoa, natural rubber, mango, banana, and so on are quite high. The high level of Indonesia's production and potential export and the high demand for Turkish import of these commodities provide a huge opportunity for Indonesia to be able to increase the volume and value of Indonesia's export to meet Turkey's import demand. As conclusion, one of the trade sectors that have a high potential to be increased is the agricultural or agro-industrial sector, since the agricultural sector is one of the most important and strongest sectors of the two countries. Indonesia and Turkey have strength in several agricultural commodities with high potential of production levels. The two countries also have high demands for commodities from both countries mutually. These conditions indicate that the two countries have great potential for increasing export and import to meet each other's domestic demands. Thank you very much for your attention.